She saw an opportunity. And that is what all these Chinese people are doing. They are seeing opportunities in Africa. Hi guys, it's a girl lilymutamztv, also known as Z, girl from Zambia. If you're new to my YouTube channel, please subscribe so that each time I upload videos, you will be notified that Z uploads a video, that Z has uploaded a video. In this video, I will be talking about a Chinese woman who is based in Namibia and is a billionaire. I was in shock, guys, when I came across this, and the Namibians have embraced her as in celebrating the fact that she's a billionaire. She's been in Namibia for 22 years, and there's an article about her and a video which I'll share. And I just want us to go through the article first, and then I'll share the video clip, and then I'll make just a tiny bit of a commentary. But in watching the video and in also learning more about her, it has really given me a thought of process that, I'm thinking to myself, have we been lied to about migrating to the diaspora in order to search for greener pastures when Africa is blessed with wealth and riches? I don't know how you will view this video, but I am inspired to work hard, because if we carry on staying abroad, thinking that Africa has got bad leaders, Africa has no opportunities, then we are lying to ourselves. Let's be honest with ourselves. There is wealth in Africa. That is why everybody wants the cup of tea from Africa. That's why everybody wants a piece of land from Africa. That's why all the Chinese people have been migrating to Africa, because they know that they can make money. So let's read about this woman, and then we will go through what I have said. So the article is in the Southern Times, Namibia, and they really appreciate her, and I'm just going to read and we talk about this. So the story of a Chinese kindergarten teacher who became a R1 billion property mogul in Namibia. That's the headline. And her name is Stina Wu. Yeah. So Stina Wu, I didn't want to pronounce it at first because I didn't want to get it wrong. So Stina Wu arrived in Namibia from China with little more than a suitcase 22 years ago. She was 19 years old and previously had only worked as a kindergarten teacher. So at 19, she had already worked as a kindergarten teacher in China. I know where we're getting to now. So she's now aged 41 and owns land and buildings in the heart of Namibia's major urban city centers. In the heart of Namibia's major urban centers like Windhoek, Rundu, Oshakati, Karibibi, and Okahanja. She is considered among Namibia's prime property owners. Wu and her husband came to Namibia under a government policy designed to attract investment from China. The Namibia's investigative unit investigated some of Wu's businesses, for the past 4 years through speaking to people who worked with her, visiting some of her businesses, and going through publicly available company and deeds documents. So basically, as we've both read at the same time, she came in from China as an investor into Namibia and owns a lot of companies, and for the past 4 years she's been under investigation, thinking maybe there's something that she's been doing that's been dodgy.
Accompanied by her husband, Stina Wu landed in Namibia with only a suitcase. She had previously worked as a kindergarten teacher. Today she is considered among Namibia's premier property moguls, with an empire some estimate at $1 billion. She built her empire from scratch with a little help from political friends and top government officials. The Namibian pieced together evidence that she has embedded herself with the ruling SWAPO party directly and some of its leaders in different towns of the country. She counts Police Inspector General Sebastian Daitunga, Land Reform Minister Utoni Nyoma, former Okahanya Mayor Valerie Aron, and several councillors in several regions as her friends. Former Helau Nafiri Town Council Chief Executive Chris Shivolo is a shareholder and managing partner of Helmsman Group with Wu. Wu, real name Kiaoxia Wu, set up a China shop in Windhoek. Now, aged 41, she boasts ownership of prime land and buildings in the hearts of Windhoek, Rundu, Oshakati, Karibib and Okahanya. Government sources say she first started making money as an agent facilitating the acquisition of permits and residency papers by Chinese business people. Those familiar with her businesses say Wu set up companies for China-based business people so that by the time they arrive in Namibia, the groundwork is already done. The practice also makes it easy for one to get residency papers if they have a business running in Namibia. Here are some of the properties she owns. At Oshakati, since 2004, the Etango shopping complex, estimated to be worth more than 41 million Namibia dollars. In 2018, a 250-house development project. At Rundu, since 2008, the Galaxy Shopping Mall, Rundu's largest shopping complex, valued at 40 million Namibia dollars. In 2012, she bought 17 hectares at 870,000 Namibia dollars, the Rundu Rainbow Village. She made $40 million by selling each house for $200,000. She bought ERF 2532 for $694,000 and ERF 2534 at 1.3 million Namibia dollars. The land is unused, but there are plans for a hotel. Then the Kaisosi housing project for 550 houses. In 2011, she made more than 70 million Namibia dollars by selling each house for more than 350,000 Namibia dollars, and she's paid for councillors' trips to China twice. At Okahanya, in 2014, an investigation by the Urban Ministry alleged that she received 5 plots. She got 2 plots without having applied for them. A ministerial probe suggested that an investigation be conducted to determine whether Wu financed former Okahanya Mayor Valerie Aron's lavish new home. In Windhoek, Wu owned 2 houses in Windhoek, one in Ludwigsdorp, valued at 7 million Namibia dollars, while another house in Eros is said to be valued at 9 million Namibia dollars. Wu said she sold the 2 houses to have additional funds for the completion of a 5-star Marigold Hotel in the city. The 59-room Marigold Hotel near Game Shopping Mall is worth 120 million Namibia dollars. She owns 35% of Kingsway Plaza opposite Vernhill Park Mall, worth 48 million Namibia dollars, as well as Fujian City Mall in Windhoek. In terms of her connections, I don't mix business with politics. I have also never contributed to SWAPO fundraising activities, Wu insisted, despite evidence of her contributing to the party. The Namibian has uncovered evidence that she has a close relationship with the ruling SWAPO party and some of its leaders, including her friendship with Police Inspector General Sebastian Daitunga. Wu and businessman Jack Wang, who is a friend of President Hage Geingob, contributed 1 million Namibia dollars towards Geingob's 2014 election campaign.
Her empire, which some estimate to be over 1 billion rands, was built from scratch. Her close ties to politicians and top government officials is credited to be her recipe for her success. Our African leaders. I knew there was something. There's no way this woman could be a billionaire like this. Did you just hear that? Her association with top government officials is the reason why, obviously, she's successful. Because how did she end up owning properties, land in Namibia? It's crazy. I was in Namibia in December. I have some videos of me in Namibia, and from my observation about Namibians, they are not really into properties, trying to get properties. They rather rent, because in Namibia they have a policy of mortgages as well. It's like in the Western world where you can get a house on a mortgage. I think you can pay a car as well on monthly pay. So building houses or being into real estate like Zambians is not that much for them. And I am not surprised that a Chinese person took advantage of that era. I've worked with some Namibians here in the UK, and I've asked them, like, you know, Namibia has a lot of land. Why don't you do farming business? Because that's my passion, by the way. If you see me in Africa, know that I'm going to do agribusiness. I have so much passion for farming. So Namibians don't even farm. And the government of Namibia has even set up an agreement whereby they told the South African suppliers into Namibia that if they can give contracts to the Namibians first to produce fruits, vegetables, anything like that, then if they can't find any Namibians who are supplying, or maybe if the Namibians cannot meet the demand of companies like ShopRite, all those companies like Spars that provide food for the people of mainly Southern Africa, including Namibia. But now, obviously, those shops are all over now, South African-owned businesses. And Namibians are not farming. And sometimes we blame our leaders for not providing us with the resources, not giving us the opportunity. But from my understanding, the government of Namibia offered this opportunity because probably Namibians weren't really interested in property development, and some were not interested in other businesses, and that's why you find that there's a loophole in Namibia for you to invest. I've said this on a live stream on Facebook, that Namibia is a place which is untapped. So I'm not surprised that she has tapped that area. So let's go on. So her property holdings include 4 shopping centers in 4 towns, a hotel in Windhoek, and 2 housing developments in Rundu. This lady is filthy rich. So this is a brief history about this woman that is a property millionaire in Namibia. And you find that a lot of us Africans in the diaspora, we are very good at condemning Africa is this, Africa is that, and then there's people who are also comfortable to do the odd jobs, to do this job, and then they forget that, you know, Africa has rich opportunities. And most people tend to forget that, you know, if you are not in your land at the moment, presently in your land, the Chinese are taking over our land in Africa. How can somebody who left China with nothing completely nothing, gets to Namibia, stays there for all these years and is a billionaire in rands. It just shows that even ourselves, sometimes we are to be blamed. I know people will say, oh, we don't have opportunities. Oh, there's no capital. There's no income. How did she do it? Yeah, she has government connections. Maybe we too, we need to look for government connections. I just thought I should bring this story to you so that you can just see how some Chinese people are really doing well, and she is a billionaire that is even being celebrated. So in 2008, she bought 1 hectare of a plot to build a Galaxy shopping mall, and that's now Rundu's largest shopping complex, and it houses more than 50 shops. It's good when we talk, but again, reality is sometimes even as Africans we are sleeping, and sometimes even as Africans we don't look at how we can be successful in Africa, because sometimes it's all about me, how I will make money alone, and yet our other counterparts make money through businesses of partnership. If only Africans can be united, we can be billionaires as well. If only Africans can put their heads together and form businesses without arguing each other, we can have a lot of billionaires. And not having only one man who is a billionaire of the whole Africa. When we have brilliant ideas, which we bring out, talk about them, it's all talk, 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 and no action. It is a disgrace that we have people that come all the way from other parts of the world and they come to our countries and they are billionaires. It is a disgrace. And then we are comfortable wherever we've migrated, or we are comfortable with the little house we've built, we are comfortable with the car that we've bought on loan in Africa, and we think we have arrived when this woman bought 1 hectare of land and is a billionaire. We need to think about how we can push ourselves. If only we can work as teams, we would have so many successful people. So, Wu has now got the largest shopping complex in Rundu, which houses 50 shops. Wu saw the opportunity. This is what got me. Wu saw other opportunities to acquire property at Rundu. She saw a gap. Are you feeling me, Africans? Enough of China this, China this. Let's also rebuke ourselves. Let's also rebuke ourselves now. She saw a gap in the housing market at the town and took advantage of it. So sometimes we are to be blamed. When a foreigner comes to our countries to invest, it's because they've seen a gap. And it's because we don't want to work as teams. And it's because we are in competition of one another. I should do better than Lillian. I should do better than Eva. I should do better than Nola. So you don't share ideas. You don't work as a team. And every day we are complaining and complaining. African leaders, African leaders, African leaders, African leaders. Even among African YouTubers, there's jealousy. People are fighting one another. People don't even want to share anyone's content on what we call the community tab, because if I share, she'll get more views, she'll make more money, she'll get more subscribers. Even just YouTube. We Africans, we are not united. Very few Africans think together. Now imagine, in the diaspora alone, Zambia as a country, we send $21 million a year to Zambia. Now think about it. If 10 of us form a strong partnership and say today we're going to invest in properties in Zambia, today we're going to invest in properties in Botswana, we're going to invest in properties in Zimbabwe, we're going to invest in properties in this place, and we are all, for example, you're all in the diaspora and you form strong partnerships, you've signed contracts, and you say we're going to do this, trust me, we will have a lot of millionaires in Africa. That is why even the African leadership, when they are in power, they know that that power will not last for long. So what do? They try to acquire as much wealth before they leave. So now you understand that even if it was you in the position of those African leaders we talk about them, they are getting $40,000 per month, they are getting this and this, they're buying cars, maybe you would even do worse. She saw an opportunity. And that is what all these Chinese people are doing. They are seeing opportunities in Africa. They are not alone. This woman, I don't think she was even alone. They put monies together, which is what Africans have failed to do. To put money together. Ubuntu. Let's do this business together. No, you want to sit at the bar and compete. I have 5 hectares of land. I have a Mercedes-Benz. You drive to a party with your Range Rover, competing against each other about the schools you take your children to. You see people posting that they've paid school fees at these private schools in this place in Africa where fees are like $4,000 a term. And the Chinese, as poor as they are, come to Africa probably with $2,000. This one puts 100, another puts 100, another puts 200. They put the money together and they become billionaires in Africa. So enough of blaming the Chinese, and let's start acting. If they are seeing an opportunity in Africa, why don't we form businesses? Why don't we form partnerships? Even just events, for example, in the UK, you find that a Zambian functions, I'll use Zambia. A Zambian function, independence, every year we celebrate independence. We will have even 5 on that day. Because this person wants to make money. This person wants to make money. Another person wants to make money. In America, it's even worse because America is big, lots of states, and everybody wants to make their own functions. Depending on which country you're from, that's the case. We have failed to be united. That is why we are where we are. And our leaders are looking at the time in office going so fast. 5 years. Once I'm out of office, I will lose this opportunity. They start putting money in Switzerland. They start buying properties in London. They start buying properties all over the world in case life never becomes better for them. So the foundation of our problems start with one thing: we lack unity. That is where our problems have begun. We don't want to see this person succeed. No. I myself, I turned 50,000 subscribers. I asked fellow YouTubers, send me short videos so that I could share about you on my YouTube channel, so that people should know about you. Some refused. Why? Because why should I do a message for you? But I'm looking at, if I have made it, you too will make it. And that is how the Chinese are doing it. And that is how the Asians have done it. You come to the UK, you see an Asian that has been here 6 months. Next thing, he owns a butchery. 2 years, 3 years, he owns a kebab shop. They put money together. If only we can stop being competitive against each other, reporting one another. Abroad, Africans are reporting to immigration for people to be deported. This person doesn't have papers. This person doesn't have papers. That is what is happening. Jealousy creeps in when they see another person doing well. When we deal with the foundation, then we can get rid of China. But if we don't, we will talk till 100 years time. The next generation will talk Nothing will ever happen. Because we want to compete with others as Africans. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. And that is why some would go to any length to put you out in a position. They will go and see spiritualists to put you out of position. They like the job you are doing. They will make sure they give you stroke. They give you this disease. They give you that disease. We've seen Nollywood actors, talented actors that were at their peak of becoming successful actors in the world. Stroke, this, that. Why? Because somebody was not happy of their success. Our success as Africans lies in our hands. Our success as Africans lies in our unity. As long as we never unite, as long as 5 strong women will never come together and say, let's build a business, forget. China will always be having billionaires like Wu. She came to Namibia, started a property business. She was poor in China. She's now a billionaire. And we'll be complaining. If I'm getting £1,000 a month, my other friend is getting £1,000 a month, and we are 5 of us, we are all getting £5,000 a month, and we put that money together, £5,000 a month, we divide our bills. They say, okay, every month without fail, we will save so much. And we put in properties. Believe you me, we will have many billionaires in Africa. But I have built a house. I have a mansion. I have a car. I have this. I have my degree. I have this. I have. And blame government, blame government, blame government. It starts with us. When it starts with us, even the government will provide opportunity. Even the leaders will be scared to steal. I know you thought this video would be about me mocking how the Chinese lady has made millions in Namibia. No. Yes, she's connected to the government of Namibia. She has friends in government. But the fact that she saw an opportunity, that phrase alone is something we should think about. For how long are we going to be complaining when the land is there for us? Has any government minister told you you cannot own land? No. In fact, in 2012, the president even assured, he's now late, may his soul rest in peace, Michael Chilufya-Sata. He assured Zambians that if you are coming back to Zambia, we will give you properties, lands. They call them returning home kind of land. You pay as little as $200 or $300. They are there. The opportunities of us owning land are there. Zambians, we are entitled to own land. Namibians, Botswana people, Swaziland, South Africans, Kenyans, Liberians, Togolese, Congolese, you are all entitled to land in your country. I don't think anybody here can lie to say the government has said you cannot own land. No. You can own land. But it is your land. Your land. Nothing like, let's unite. Let's do this together and we'll make money. No. So lessons from the Chinese. They don't come alone. They come in groups. That is how they are making it. They're not rich in China, but they are coming in groups to invest. Even the people who are in Africa who will say there's no opportunities there. If you form a strong partnership, I once formed a group even on Facebook called Elite Women of Zambia. Elite Women of Zambia. I wanted to put women together so that we can form partnerships. And my whole idea was to do agribusiness, where 5 women form a business, register it, sign documents, put, if it's 1,000 kwacha each, $100 each, start on a small plot, start expanding. Before you know it, in 5 years' time, you'll be far. If the lady from South Africa, is it Maposa, that has many pigs, she's a millionaire because of pigs. She started with 2 pigs, $100 each. If she can make it, we too can make it. So enough of complaining. And we don't support one another's businesses as well. Some support, I'm not saying everybody, but we don't support one another's businesses. The truth is, Africans would rather buy something from somebody who's not from their country. Why should I buy from my fellow Nigerian? I'll make that person richer. Why should I buy from a Zambian? I'll make that person richer. They will go and buy the same thing that a fellow person who owns a shop in the diaspora, for example, in the UK, an African food shop, you find that somebody would prefer to go to an Asian to make an Asian rich and not go to a fellow African because they are not happy that an African is pushing. So it starts within ourselves, where we are not happy about others succeeding. Enough of complaining about China and our leaders. Let's work together as a team. And in 5-10 years' time, we will also be rich. We'll also be owning properties. We'll even be buying off the properties from the Chinese and say, hey, my friend, we need this space to build our business. So Wu is regarded as very politically connected and feared within Namibia, the Namibian Chinese community especially. And this article is from 2018, and they were saying that in that year, like, you know, the previous year, the Namibian did try to, you know, investigate her to see how she was buying houses. And the fact that she's well connected, she did even ask like the police force in Namibia to buy houses from her company in Rundu. And she doesn't mix business with politics. That's what the article says. She said it herself. I don't mix business with politics. I have also never contributed to any fundraising activities with regards to politicians, you know, like political activities. She also claims that she is protected politically, and, you know, it's not a new thing. Namibians know that. And these are not new comments to her. You know, when people say all those things, she says it's not new that people have said that to her. And I don't use political connections. That's what she says. I don't use political connections because I don't have any. My friendship with some politicians is pure friendships, and I don't mix my business with politics and, you know, business, nor do I participate in politics, she said. She also added that my empire is not yet worth $1 billion. It's worth billion rands, but not $1 billion worth, although I am working towards it. That was as of 2018. Also, she's planning to reach greater heights in society, and she says, you know, when you reach greater heights, it comes with greater responsibilities, and the critics also increase. Some are good and encouraging, whilst others want to bring you down. Did you hear that? Some are good, some are bad, but others want to bring you down. And, you know, it's it's how business is, obviously. And in business, that's what she's saying. However, one needs to have a chest for this because it's not a bed of roses. She also said that she has contributed to many charity events in Namibia. She's also contributed to charitable causes in Namibia, including the Namibia networks of AIDS, service organizations, and the First Ladies Trust Fund, a women's gardening project in and so on and so forth. The lady is a billionaire. We've heard that, according to the runs, and most of you people may be upset about it and be saying, she's Chinese, she's connected, that's why she's got all these monies. Yes, we know that our politicians are corrupt as well, but I wanted us also to see this on a different angle as to why people migrating to Africa. It's because Africa has opportunities and it's a land of opportunities. So the more we condemn Africa, the more we run away from Africa, there's opportunities in Africa. And I know what I'm talking about. Like I've said before, very soon you will see what I'm doing in Africa for you to know that I just don't encourage you because I want to encourage you, especially those in the diaspora. I encourage you because I know that there are opportunities for you. The land is massive. Nobody can finish the land. The land is too big. Who will finish the land? It's too big. You too can own properties. You can do your businesses. With that, guys, thanks for watching my YouTube channel. It's a girl, lilymutamztv, also known as Ghetto Whopper Z. See you on my next video. I love you guys.
Thanks for watching my YouTube channel. Don't forget that today we have a live stream at 6 p.m. talking about Namibia and the Chinese relationship that they have.